Hey y'all, my name is Marsha and welcome back to my channel. So today it's going to be very interesting because I'm going to be telling you a story about how I lived with a FBI's most wanted person and I didn't even know it. So I got this new lighting and I have my phone propped up on some books on my bed and it's kind of blocking the lighting a little bit, so if there's a shadow right here then that's why. But today's video is going to be so crazy. I lived with the FBI's most wanted person and didn't even know it. You want to find out why or how or who? Then keep on. I wrote this stuff down on my phone of like some things that I'm going to be talking about, and like so that way I don't leave anything out or miss anything, and yeah. So basically who this person is, my grandma was actually dating him at the time. Yes, I did talk to her before I'm doing this video. I did talk to her. I asked for permission, like, to see if it was okay for me to put this in the video, and she said she didn't care and to make sure that I put the name and everything. So his name is Glenn West. So if any of y'all come across him, I doubt y'all will, but I doubt y'all will. He's probably in jail right now, but if any of y'all come across him, then be aware he's not a good person and he's not who he says he is. And this is just so crazy, like I don't even know where to start, for real. There's just so much and I don't want to make this video too long, so I don't know what we're gonna do. But pretty much how it all started was she was on this dating app, Plenty of Fish. I think that's what the dating app was. I'm not sure. She was on a few. Which I had already told her, don't get on the dating app because everybody you meet on a dating app, it's going to be something wrong with them. Because that's why they're on a dating app, because something's wrong with them and can't get a person in real life. So I pretty much warned her already that this isn't going to be good. Like, no matter who you find, they're not gonna be good, I promise. She was texting him for a while. She was telling me and my boyfriend how he was telling her that he had all this money, he was rich, he had this big old house, this nice car, everything. He was just rich and he was like the shit and all this and that. And so she was telling us all this and we was like, yeah, good, yeah. Well, we're glad you found somebody that was good. Yeah, that's so good. Not really. First day he came over, he pulled up in a old beat up ass Cadillac, and it was from like the 80s or something. And we thought he had like this nice car and a nice truck and all this and that. But no, he pulled up in this freaking beat up Cadillac that was literally trash. Me and my boyfriend knew something was up then because we thought he was going to pull up in this brand new car and brand new truck or whatever, and he didn't. So me and my boyfriend knew. We just looked at each other and we was like, no, like if he has all this money, why did he just pull up in that piece of shit? We didn't let it get to us that much. We was just like, we brushed it off and we just was getting to know him and everything was going good. He seemed okay, he seemed fine. We was like, oh my god, he had all this money, so we're gonna be doing good, we're gonna be rich. So we were just all sitting talking, getting to know everybody and everything, getting to know him. And he was talking about how he had like a certain amount of million in the bank. He couldn't get the money yet out of the bank because something was wrong with their computers or something like that. So we was like, okay. So the next thing he talked about, he was talking about how he was in the process of suing this airport for him being in a plane crash, and he was the only one that survived the whole plane crash. And literally me and my boyfriend knew that it wasn't true because we googled it. We googled him and we googled like the plane crashes in Alabama and everything, and there was none. nowhere to be found that he was the only man that survived a plane crash. And listen, if you was the only person that survived a plane crash, it would be all over the internet. Like, it would be worldwide. Like, this man survived a plane crash. He was the only one that survived and everything. But it was nowhere to be found. Nowhere. Me and my boyfriend knew the whole time. Like, no, he did not ever get in a plane crash. No, none of this ever happened. And my granny, you know, she just believed everything he said and was falling in love and believing everything, thinking he was a perfect man, everything was gonna be great. So yeah, he was supposed to be still in the airport and getting millions and more dollars. So nothing really happened in between the time from then and when he moved in, which it didn't take very long for him to move in because my grandma pretty much thought that he was perfect and everything. So he moved in like a couple days later, probably, actually, yeah, a couple days later. And like, we was okay for like a month or so, or a couple weeks or so. So me and my boyfriend, we was telling my granny that none of this is true. He has no money. He was never in a plane crash. Everything he's saying is a lie. We was trying to tell her. We was trying to convince her. We was trying to make her believe us, and she just wouldn't do it. So she was telling him what we were saying, and so he started to not like us because we knew the truth. My boyfriend did not have a job at the time. He was really trying to get a job. Like, we was looking every single day, applying to every place you could, and we was actually looking for a job for him. He started fussing at my boyfriend. He was like, you need to get a job or get out. Like, you need to get a job or move out because you can't live here if you don't have a job, and no. All because he wanted my boyfriend gone, not in the house most of the time, just so he couldn't tell Granny what was really happening and the truth. So he pretty much wanted my boyfriend gone, and he started cussing us out, saying he better get a job and get out, da 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 da. So I cussed him out, and I told him I didn't know who the F he think he is, and and that my boyfriend ain't even gotta get a job, but we're trying to get one anyways, but it ain't your place to tell him. And I told him he can leave and get the fuck out because we know he's lying about everything and we don't care what he says, and ain't none of us gotta listen to him. Da 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 da. It don't really matter what I said, but yeah, we all got in a big old argument and everything. So we had a friend staying with us at the time because he had nowhere else to go. And our friend knew what was up too. We was all three of us, we were all trying to convince Granny, tell her the truth. And so he started to not like our friend either. He actually kicked our friend out. Yeah, he kicked our friend out when he had nowhere to go at all. So let's skip ahead a couple more days. My granny and him was talking about they're gonna go to the bank to try to get the money fixed or whatever, try to see what they can do to get his money out or whatever. Me and my boyfriend, we wanted to go with them just to see what he said and everything, to see what he was talking about, or to see what we could find out, like what else he was lying about. We pulled up to the bank, okay? He said he was gonna get out and go see what he could do, and Granny wanted to get out with him and go in there and try to help. And he looked at her and he said, no, you can't go in here. You stay in the car. I will go do this. I'll go handle this. You stay in the car. So when he was in the bank, me and my boyfriend was trying to tell Granny again, if he had all this money, why wouldn't he want you to go in there and see then? Because if you had all this money, you would want to go show proof. So Granny still didn't believe us. But we sat at that bank for hours. And my granny finally went in because he was in there for hours, literally. She went in and he was in the bathroom the whole damn time. Granny asked the people where he was, and they said, that man's been in the bathroom the whole time. We don't know if he's okay. We don't know if something's wrong. So basically he was literally sitting in the bathroom the whole time, trying to make us think that he was in there trying to get stuff done, trying to get his money out. Granny knew a little bit of something wasn't right. she knew a little bit. She was like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know why he would do that. Granny came back to the car. He came out and said everything's going to be fixed soon. And whenever he gets his money, he's going to buy Granny this brand new car. And we all knew then that he didn't even talk to them because he was in the bathroom the whole time. After he said he was going to get Granny this brand new car, she was so excited about it every single day. She was so excited to get her brand new car. And every single day, every single morning, they woke up and went to this car dealership all the way in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. That was like an hour away. Granny woke up every single morning to go with him to this place because something kept happening where they couldn't get the car that day, or something always happened where they couldn't get the car that day. So literally like a whole month, Granny went to go to this car place every single day with this man and came back with no car. He acted like he was on the phone with people all the time trying to get stuff done, business, whatever. So then he said the car was going to get delivered. And we waited for like 2 weeks. Every single morning, Granny woke up early, so excited about her brand new car getting delivered to our house. The car never got delivered, obviously. We tried to tell Granny again, there's no car, Granny. I don't want you to keep getting upset every single day that your car's not here. It's not gonna be here. So there was this big, beautiful house up the road for sale. It was like a lot of money, and it was this big old beautiful house, and ground pool in the back, and ground hot tub, and all this and that. So we all went to look at the house because he was saying we was gonna get it and we was gonna buy it, but me and my boyfriend already knew that he wasn't, because we didn't believe anything at this point at all, ever. We was just like, oh my God, this is just another thing for Granny to get excited about and then get sad that it doesn't happen. So we went to look at this house. Me and my boyfriend, we loved it too, even though we knew we wasn't gonna get it anyways, but we loved it. Granny fell in love with the house. She wanted it so bad. The lady that was there showing us the house and was gonna sell it to us and everything, he was talking to her. Before we left the house, he said, yes, we want this house. And he set up everything to pay for the house up front. He said he wanted to pay every single dime, all the money up front right then. They were all these checks and set up all this stuff, did all this paperwork for us to get this house. So after everything was set up, we was good to go, we was ready to get this house. We went back home, and we were supposed to be getting the house in a few days or whatever. And me and my boyfriend, whenever we got home, we went to our room and we decided to Google this man's name. Bunch of pictures came up. Bunch of mugshots came up, like mugshots. Every single mugshot had a different name, but it was him. Every single picture mugshot had a different name and a different birthday. They were all for writing bad checks. Me and my boyfriend, we was like, oh my God. He's writing these people bad checks for this big ass house. That's a lot of money. In the past, all those years, those pictures, he was in jail for writing bad checks. So we knew that was gonna happen again. We called Granny in there. We told her, we showed her the mugshots and everything. And she went and told him, and he told her, somebody's trying to steal my identity. Bitch, no. That's not me, that's somebody else. They're trying to get my identity so they can get all my money and stuff and this and that. And that person's did it for years, trying to look like him, trying to be him. And she believed him. Once again. So a few days go by, we never got the house. A lot of other crazy stuff happened, but I'm about to have to stop the video because it's getting way too long. Wait, I missed something. She goes out and she gets married with him. We still don't know if the wedding was real or fake or whatever, but they was somewhere and they went to this place and they got married or whatever, but we all don't even know if that was real or anything, or if that was just a whole thing he set up and it was just fake or whatever. But the next day, he was trying to get insurance on Granny. That's why he wanted to marry her, so he could get insurance on her. And you know, when you get insurance on somebody, whenever they die or whenever something happens to them, they get the money. The other person gets money for them dying. So we thought he was gonna try to kill Granny or do something to Granny so he could get insurance money off of her. We was all watching, keeping a close eye on Granny, making sure nothing ever happened to her and everything. A bunch of stuff happened with the house. They found out that he wrote all these bad checks or whatever. So he was getting all these calls on his phone constantly, and we never knew what it was about. Granny never knew what it was about, but we did. So Granny thought we was just still waiting on the house, just still waiting. But we obviously never got the house, and so they went to the car dealership another time. Whenever they got to this car dealership, Granny picked out her car and he wrote a check and gave it to the car dealership man to get the car. After he gave the check to him, I don't know the whole story, but after they gave the check to him or whatever, he jumped back in the car and he said, "We gotta go." For some reason, he said, "We gotta go now, like we gotta get out of here." Granny said the car dealership man was chasing after the car, trying to catch him, trying to stop them from going anywhere. So something happened, I don't know what it was, but the car dealership man was chasing them, and yeah, I don't know the whole story on that. She knew then. She just, that was it for her. She just knew something wasn't right. After she talked to him and saying all this and that about what happened at the car dealership, we all started just bashing him and saying, you're lying about everything. We don't believe you. Nobody believes you. Why are you doing this? He said he was gonna go to the car and get some cigarettes from the store, and that was the last time we ever seen him again. But whenever we looked up these mug shots, it was talking about how he's one of the FBI most wanted person, and if anybody finds him, to please let them know. Anyways, this video has took forever. I did leave a lot of stuff out probably, and I probably suck at telling stories because I'm just not good with it. I'm not used to telling stories on my channel yet, so. But if y'all did like this story, please don't forget to like and subscribe to me because I'm awesome. If you want me to tell more stories, then put it in the comments down below and I will do it. If any of y'all had anything crazy like this happen to you, put it in the comments and let me know. And y'all can follow me on all my social medias. They're always in the description. I love you all so much. Bye.